In today's video, what to do once the diet is over.
All by myself.
Hey guys, what's going on? This is Paul Ravella from ProPhysique.com, and today's video is going to be addressing the topic of what you should do once you've dieted and kind of reached your goal, okay? Now, for the purposes of this video, I'm going to be addressing anyone who has undertaken any type of diet, okay? That could mean you followed any specific diet to reach your goal. A lot of times people will do like a very low calorie diet, you know, low carb, high protein, maybe an Atkins diet. Maybe you followed a diet with a fancy name, the HCG diet, maybe the military diet, the boiled egg diet. Whatever diet you followed to reach your goal. This is going to address what you need to do once that goal is over and you don't want to put the body fat back on very quickly, because a lot of the times these diets are not sustainable for our lives. If you've chosen a diet that is sustainable for your life, such as undertaking flexible dieting, well, it's a little bit easier because then you can simply transition into adding a bit more calories in. It gets a little bit tricky if you followed a diet that is very strict on its protocols, right? If you followed a diet that only allows you to eat certain foods, removes or restricts other areas of food groups, and you're interested in adding them back in, let's say you've undertaken a ketogenic diet and you want to gradually get back into adding in carbohydrates again, that can be very difficult to kind of navigate. So I'm going to give you guys some suggestions on what you should do. The first thing to do, whatever diet you've undertaken, this is a step you must take if you want to be successful. You need to track the calories for that diet, okay? So no matter what, if you're on some magical diet that you had great success, if you're on the grapefruit diet, whatever that is, get out your phone, go through, download the app of your choice. There are some great ones out there. Some of them work well for others and some not so well for others. So things like MyFitnessPal are very common, but they've kind of changed the way that they do things. Most of their good features now are paid. So the one that I recommend to most of my clients, if they're not already using one, is My Macros Plus, developed by Jason Lohi, who is a fantastic developer, and it's basically just a macro tracking app with a food library. It's fantastic for creating as many meals as you want. Maybe that's not your choice. Maybe you don't want to be the macro guy, right? Maybe you want to use something like Evolve. Evolve is another one that I've downloaded recently and I've enjoyed using. I'll be honest, I stick with Old Faithful. That's right, I've been doing this over 10 years, and there was a website back in the day called fitday.com. Now FitDay also has an app. I still use that. Why? Well, once you've included 200-300 foods in your food library, it's hard to change. So I still like to use FoodDay. Whatever it is, it's easy to do nowadays, guys. All you have to do is, if you're eating 6 hard-boiled eggs, you simply open up the app and you type in hard-boiled eggs. It will tell you what the calories are, and it will most likely break down the macronutrients, as in protein, carbs, and fats. Do that for all your meals for the day, and you'll come up with a number for your total calorie intake. Now, if this already sounds like too much work for you, then you've already lost, okay? Anytime you're going to be successful, it's going to involve work. If you thought that you could go on a diet where you simply restricted calories, did hours of cardio, and only ate 5 foods for 6 months, lost 50 pounds, 100 pounds, 80 pounds, 12 pounds, whatever it is, and thought that you were going to sustain that without ever putting in work, you're wrong. If you do not put in the work, you will end up heavier than you were before, and you will be watching my videos in the future on what to do when that happens, because there is a solution, okay? You won't like the solution. So what I'm suggesting here is that, yes, you've reached your goal, and maybe by taking this approach, you've seen the light. You've said, you know what, I can make progress. Now, how do I sustain that progress so it's maintainable for the rest of my life, so that I can actually be a normal human being? I can go out to eat with my friends. I'm going to give you that answer, okay? Whatever diet you're on, whenever you can plug those numbers in and figure out your calories, you might be taking in 500 calories a day. That's right. I have clients that have come to me when they were given the HCG diet, which is complete horseshit. because they tell you that they're giving you a hormone shot and that is the reason you're losing weight, while simultaneously putting you on a 500 calorie diet. Now this is specific to the case that I've seen with my client. I don't know what all the cases are out there of the HCG diet, but I promise you, it's not the shot. It's the fact that you're eating 500 calories a day for months at a time, destroying your metabolic rate, and going to end up worse than you were before that pisses me off, okay? But whatever it is, let's say you thought well enough in advance to look at this video and you want to find a solution to being on a 500 calorie diet for 6 months. Here's what I want you to do. Do not jump your calories up too quickly. Do not reach your goal of weight loss. Let's say you lost 30 pounds and your goal is reached, okay? You cannot simply jump back into your previous lifestyle, okay? Your lifestyle needs to change. To keep that weight off, or to keep a semblance of that weight and keep your sanity, you need to walk calories up weekly. This means if you were on 500 calories, if you were on 800 calories, if you were on 1,000 calories, I would suggest you add roughly 5 to 10% of your calories per day for that first week. So let's say you are on 500 calories. I would be more aggressive at this point. I would be at the 10% mark, right? So 10% of 500 calories is 50 calories. Now that means you add 550 calories for the first 7 days, right? So every day you bump your calories up. What does this look like? It's not a lot of food. 50 calories is hardly anything. One caramel rice cake, which is 11 grams of carbs, is going to be about 44 calories. Might be a little bit more because some of those rice cakes have fat or protein in them. But for the most part, we're talking about a single food item that you can just add to your day. This might sound tedious, but like I said before, keeping the weight off is going to require a little bit of work and dedication. If you could bust your butt for 6 months, 3 months, whatever it was, to get the weight off, do not surrender. You've come this far to only come this far. Now you need to put yourself in a position to keep the weight off, guys, okay? And girls. So let's say you're on 1,000 calories a week, right? I might suggest being closer to the 5% mark, closer to 50 calories, if you're satiated, okay? If you're starving every day, then maybe you work on adding 100 calories. That would mean you would have 1,050 to 1,100 calories per day for that first week. Then once you see how your body responds, you can adjust. We also need to take into consideration your cardio. If you were doing an hour and a half, 2 hours of cardio, 30 minutes of cardio, whatever it was, look at the time for the week. Let's say you're doing a total of 300 minutes of cardio per week during your weight loss goal. You cannot simply stop doing cardio, okay? Cardiovascular adaptations happen very quickly in the body. So if you cut out all cardio, raise your calories back up, guess what's gonna happen? You guessed it, you're gonna put on body fat rather quickly. So again, we wanna taper down the cardio. If you were doing 200, 300 minutes of cardio per week, the first week that you're going to start this metabolic building phase, where we're actually gonna start increasing your metabolic rate so that you can maintain your weight, you might want to just take off 30, 40 minutes total, right? So instead of doing 200, you're going to do 160, right? And then the following week, maybe you do 120. Then you go down to 100, right? So you walk it down gradually. Then, week by week, you can determine what has been the best benefit to you, okay? If you enjoy cardio, maybe you keep the cardio a little bit higher, a little bit longer, and you walk calories up. If you despise cardio, maybe you walk the cardio down quicker, keep the calories lower for a little bit longer. That is how we approach it, okay? 5 to 10% of your calories per week increase. It sounds tedious, and this is to a very specific population. This is not for my post-competition bodybuilders that need to get their weight up quicker, okay? This is not for people that are focused on just getting their hormones back up to the best place possible as quickly as possible, okay? This is for my people that have busted their butts to lose this body fat and have been on a diet that is not sustainable and they just don't know what to do next, okay? Very vague, I know. But if you enter some information below in the comment section, I will reply and I will give you actual feedback on what you need to be doing. Some real life examples of what you could do, okay? Because I love you guys. I love my YouTube family. I'm getting really excited about the Arnold, Ohio in just a few weeks here. Yeah, I'm having my Icon meals shipped to Ohio. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I've lost a little weight, getting a little leaner. I don't know if the diet phase is kicking in yet, but yeah, so I'm actually dieting down. I will compete sometime this year, probably in the fall, but with all the things that are going on between my clients and my baby coming, I'm just trying to get into a good position to do so. But Icon Meals has really helped. So if you're interested in having meals shipped to you at the Arnold this year, or any event that you're going to, if you're going on a trip, traveling, and you don't know what you're going to do about food, go to iconmeals.com. They will ship it directly to your hotel, your Airbnb, nice and frozen. You put them in the fridge, you pull them out, you heat them up, you stick to your macros. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You can also use my discount code, Paul10. That's right, guys. All right, that's going to be it for me today. Enough of the commercials. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All by myself.